Now, if you're paying exquisite attention, there's one thing about what we just did that should kind of automatically in your head go, this isn't going to work. Remember that we have now configured this VMware Tools service to log on as our SRV account at company.pri, which is great. But if you recall back when we configured the account itself, we deselected the box to prevent that password from expiring. And so based off of the conditions here in the domain, this account will actually expire, the password on it will expire in the next 42 days. And because this is a service account, because there's no human being that's logging on as our SRV account at company.pri, in all likelihood, there's no one going to be around whenever the password expires and needs to be changed. What that can mean is that in 42 days from now, that password is going to end up not functioning, the authentication won't work, and the VMware Tools service will not be able to do what it needs to do. Now, Microsoft attempted to resolve this initially back in a previous OS version with a feature called Managed Service Accounts. And I believe they were back in like the Windows 2008 R2 days. MSAs were an initial attempt to create a mechanism for the automatic maintenance of these service accounts and their passwords. And in fact, if I flip back over here to our domain controller and bring up a PowerShell prompt, we can take a look at some of the PowerShell commands that are available to deal with these managed service accounts. So what I want to do here is a help service account, which will give me the list of PowerShell commands I can use for the creation and maintenance of managed service accounts. I have one here. New AD service account is one that will create a new MSA. This command will allow me to create the managed service account. I would then use the add AD computer service account to associate that MSA with a computer. And then the third thing I would need to do is use the install AD service account to actually install that managed service account onto a machine. Once I've done that, then I can associate the account with a service, just like I did a minute ago. Now you'll notice that I'm not actually showing you any of these commands in detail. And that's because managed service accounts were kind of flawed from their initial creation. MSAs, as you can kind of understand here in just looking at what we talked about, are Active Directory accounts that are tied to a specific computer. The MSA is going to have a long password that's maintained automatically. The MSA passwords are going to be changed in the same schedule as the computer account, really using the same mechanism. That's by default every 30 days. MSAs can't be used for an interactive logon, so you can't actually use an MSA account to log onto the machine. They also can't be locked out. However, there are also some bad things associated with them. An MSA is not supported for an application like Exchange or SQL. MSAs cannot be used to run scheduled tasks. And most importantly, a managed service account, remember this is an Active Directory account, cannot be used across multiple hosts. And so because of this, you actually don't find managed service accounts being used really all that often in environments. If you can't have an account that can be shared across different hosts, well, that limits its usability in an environment.